Hello and welcome to the Angus Report, a news program geared specifically toward cattle producers. I'm Bob Cervera.
And I'm Paige Wallace. From American Angus Association headquarters in St. Joseph, Missouri, we bring you the week's top headlines, including a look at some positive trends in Angus registration and sales data.
We learn how to submit DNA samples.
And how an increasing demand for quality grinds is creating a following for better burgers.
We also learn about a new Angus Foundation effort that makes it easier than ever to provide for the future of the cattle business.
This is the Angus Report.
Our top story for the week. The demand for Angus genetics remains strong, as reflected in increased figures for both Angus registrations and sale averages. That's according to quarterly figures released by the American Angus Association.
Our first quarter activity for our fiscal year shows some great demand for Angus registrations. Our processing of registrations is up 9.9%. December was our 11th best month in the history of the organization, with 42,082 registrations. Angus female sales are up 17.8%, or $479 per head. That's the average Angus female sold this quarter, brought $3,174. And we've seen that Angus bull demand continue to grow over record prices we experienced last fiscal year. The average Angus bull this first quarter brought $3,889. That's up $563 a head, or 16.9%. So bull demand continues to be really hot.
Visit angus.org for more information and for a listing of upcoming Angus sales in your area.
Genomics is quickly working its way into the language of the beef cattle business. Jack Whittier of Colorado State University says genomics is an evolving science that's becoming an important part of beef cattle evaluation.
EPDs are the mainstay of what we do. The thing that the genomics or the DNA marker-assisted information is doing is kind of speeding that process up, but certainly using this as a way to make better bull buying decisions, AI sire decisions, is where I believe it fits with a commercial producer right now. Genomics or even EPDs are not a cure for poor management or poor environment. It's not a silver bullet. It's not something you can do in and of itself.
We'll take a further look at genomics and how to collect DNA information later in the broadcast.
In a surprise move by the White House, the Obama administration has rejected a proposal from TransCanada to build a $7 billion oil pipeline from Alberta, Canada to the Gulf of Mexico. President Obama cited an inadequate timeline for reviewing the pipeline's route through 6 states and its effect on the health and livelihoods of those along the pipeline's route. Now, it's back to the drawing board for the Canadian energy company, which may choose to resubmit a proposal for reconsideration. TransCanada's proposed 1,700-mile oil pipeline previously stirred heated controversy among U.S. farmers and ranchers, many of whom suggested the pipeline would threaten rangelands and water supplies.
A new credit card campaign will add further benefit to the Angus Foundation's education, youth, and research efforts. From January through June 2012, credit card issuer Intrust Bank will give the Angus Foundation $100 for any new Angus Platinum Visa credit card account that is opened and activated. If 500 cards are activated, Intrust Bank has committed an additional $25,000 for the Angus Foundation. In all, the total commitment is $75,000 for the future of the Angus breed.
There's so many ways that the partnership itself can and does contribute back to the Angus breed. So all we're saying is, why not use a credit card that is putting good dollars to use for the same programs and education that are important to your industry.
For more information or to apply for the Angus Platinum Visa, log on to angusfoundation.org.
The Beef Checkoff is currently conducting the 2011-2012 National Beef Quality Audit Survey to determine management practices being used by cattle producers throughout the beef production chain. You can take the 10-minute survey at cattlesurvey.com. Be sure to submit answers prior to February 7th. When the Angus Report returns, we take a step-by-step look and how to collect a DNA sample. It's easier than you might think.
Plus, we learn about the growing demand for premium grinds.